Give me 1 second. I'll pull this back up. This is from online. Here we go. How far am I? Okay, 1, 2, and this is a lot of notes for one problem. I'm not going to write everything. We're going to do the math. Okay, so you're going to use this as a guide. The rest of the week, we are going to practice, practice, and practice. Okay, this will require practice. Does this not seem kind of weird? A little bit? Okay, it's okay. Completing the square is just weird. There's no other way around it. Are we good? All right, let's do another one. Example 2. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. All right, directions will say solve. U squared plus 14u equals 33. Okay. The goal is to make the left side a perfect square trinomial. Okay, now, before I do anything with this 33, let's look and see, does this 33 belong to the 14? Okay, what's half of 14? 7. What is 7 squared? 49. That does not belong. We need to leave this alone. Okay, so I'm even gonna write leave alone. So what you're gonna, u squared plus 14u plus blank equals 33. Y'all just told me what to write. What do I write? What's my C? Half of 14? 7 squared? 49. Actually, I'm going to do a different color just to make sure you understand. So half of 14 is 7 squared equals 49. Remember, what you do on one side, you got to do on the other. Okay, please remember, we are completing. What does completing mean? In everyday, finish, right? Okay, we are finishing. The goal is to make the left side a perfect square trinomial. Now I want you to factor. We did this yesterday. U plus 7 squared equals, what goes here? What's 33 plus 49? $82. Okay. If you trust me, the more we do these, the easier this will get. Okay, just I ask you to trust me. Okay. Now take the square root of both sides. And this is where it cancels. So you will take the square root of u plus 7 squared equals the square root of 82, and you end up with u plus 7 equals. I don't know this, and obviously you need to put this in your calculator. Here I am, okay, and you get 9.06. 2 decimal places, which is the hundredths place. Yep. You round up or down however and this is approximate. Okay, what am I missing though that I tried to make you remember? There you go, plus and minus. And I'll write that again. Don't forget plus and minus. My two little tidbits of info. So now we have two problems. You have u plus 7 is equal to approximately 9.06, and u plus 7 is approximately negative 9.06. Let me caution you, just because I know you, be careful getting these because of the negatives. Okay, so you're going to subtract 7 on both sides. Subtract 7. Do the math, and I want to see what you get. Obviously, we will get decimals. And this is just putting it in your calculator, right? 9.06 minus 7. Negative 9.06 minus 7. Does anybody have this one? What's this one? Good. And what's this one? Okay, let's see. Let's do another one. Can I move this? Number 3. All right, example. Solve once again. H squared plus 30h minus 13 equals 0. Okay. First goal is for left side to be a what? Perfect square, I'm abbreviating, trinomial. That negative 13 is not looking good. Okay. What do I need to do with this negative 13? Move it. H squared plus 30h plus blank equals positive 13. Okay, I'm just doing math. I needed to move it. It's negative. What happens when I move it over? It becomes positive. Now, what is my blank? You know how to do this. I need to do my math. What's half of 30? What is 15 squared? I don't know, so I'm doing it. 225. I should have known that. What you do on one side, you have to do on the other. Now we factor. You have h plus 15 squared equals. This is a high number. It's not a big deal. 238. Let me stop. I'm going to write where my 15 came from here. Half of 30 is 15 squared. Okay, so there's that. Trying to get to the point where I don't have to write everything. Okay, so who's got this step? The hard part's done. I think the next step's kind of easy. I need to get rid of this, so what do I do to both sides? Square root. Here we go. What you do on one side, you do on the other. Remember, the whole point is to get rid of this square. So you're left with h plus 15 equals plus or minus 15.43. Let me move that up, sorry. Now you have your two problems. Okay. You have h plus 15 is approximately 15.43, and h plus 15 is approximately negative 15.43. Do the math, get your decimals. By all means, make sure you use that calculator. All right, this cancels. That's already canceled. You should have just gotten 0.43, right? Here, minus 15, negative 30. How many decimal places do you always, am I telling you? Just two. Okay, I'm going to give you one to do on your own. And then we're moving on. Okay, please remember I'm not here tomorrow. Okay? You'll have work, don't you worry.
No, I should have.
What's that? No, it's middle school tomorrow. All right, here we go. Let me give you one to do on your own. I will help you. J squared plus 18j plus 31 equals 0. Remember, we're completing the square. This left side needs to be a perfect square. Does this 31 belong? No. Move it over. Okay, I'll start this. You need to find your C. And remember, what you do on one side, you do on the other. Real quick before we move on, what is our C here? 81. Please make sure you add it on both sides. Okay? Your next step here should be this part. Half of 18 is 9, and then you square it. I see a couple of you looking back in your notes. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? That's exactly what I want you to do. All right, let's get here. Alex, what goes inside here?
J plus 9.
Right, squared. Equals, Alex, what did you get for this number?
15.
Excellent. Keep going, making sure you're on the right track. All right, now what do you take square root, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's where everyone should be. Both sides. Am I got the square root of 50? Yes. What goes in front? Good. And here, remember, everything cancels. We're just left with j plus 9. All right, so you have two problems. J plus 9 is approximately 7.07, and j plus 9 is approximately negative 7.07. Whoops. What's the first J? Good. All right, and the second one is negative 16.07. Calculator usage is quite helpful, don't y'all agree? Square root of 50. What's the square root of 50? That.
Yeah, I got negative.
Here, I did it in my head. Oh, sorry, my fault. You're right. 1.93. Just kidding. This is what happens when you, that's right. My fault. Oops. Y'all have just learned completing the square. But weird, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very long.
Yeah. The more you did it, see, look how much room we took this one compared to the very first one. You see? The more you do it, you got it. Guess what? Y'all are gonna love this. Nope. Nope. Oh, no, we don't. Are you kidding me? No. I know, I got 8 minutes. I'm gonna talk. I still got time.
Wait, are we in trouble?
No. The reason I'm moving on is because I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. Okay, you're not gonna learn anything new, but you're gonna be practicing all class. And I need to make sure you have the background to do all this. So, I love you, but let's go to 9-6.
There's no way.
Yes, there is.
Is it a short lesson?
Oh, yeah, it's short.
No, it's not.
No, it really is. The quiz on Thursday is only on completing the square.
Like what we just did?
Yep.
Not like what we
And I'm kind of feeling open notes.
Yes, please. I was loving so much.
Okay, quadratic formula. There's my pad. Okay, moving on. This is a formula. This is what's just going to be quick.
Some slave.
Here is yet another way. Y'all gonna need to write this down. Oh, this is so awesome.
I'm still so confused.
What the heck? Oh, what the? Is that the problem or the formula?
That is the formula.
Oh my word.
That's some slave.
But look, don't you see the A, the B, and the C? That is nothing new. Look,
Oh,
why do you have the quadratic formula?
you got a square thing on top of the fraction. Yeah, because you put a number there.
So, I know this.
It's supposed to be one thing and get it wrong.
Reagan, don't look at me like that.
That's like 7 different problems.
No. It's literally just plugging it in. Look at this
Oh,
problem.
so you put it in your calculator?
Good try. Okay. What is the example I just wrote down? What is this called? Quadratic equation. It's a trinomial. If you graphed it, it would be a parabola. I'm telling you, you cannot factor using the X method. Let's try and do it real quick. Factors of 20 that add up to negative 12. Can you do it?
10 Negative.
Yeah,
Yes, you
two.
could do -10 plus -2 and -12.
Wow.
Negative 10, negative 2. So you have x minus 10, x minus 2. Now, using that, look, using that, we're going to use the quadratic formula. Let's do this together. Okay, I would like to keep my formula in view, so I'm going to write as much as I can this way. Okay, well, what's understood to be here? 1. So I'm going to write it up here. A is equal to 1, B is negative 12, C is 20. Guys, this is not hard. You are literally substituting. It looks messy. That's it. X equals, what does this mean? Negative B. That means this 12 is positive. We're now using the quadratic formula to show you're going to get the same answer. I'm plugging it in. What's the next formula? B squared. What's negative 12 squared?
No, 144.
Wow.
Yep. Minus 4 times A times C. I have a shortcut for that. What's 2? Yeah, actually we are. What is 2 times A? 2 times A is 2 times 1. Now, everybody look up here. Look at this. This part right here, I'm circling because Nick is spot on. This is the only tricky part here. I'm circling this because this is the part you do in your calculator. Look, 4 times 1 times 20, and you get 80. So we have 12 plus or minus 144 minus 80 over, what's 2 times 1? 2. Now I'm going to the right so I can save room. What's my next step? 144 minus 80. Oh, no, it's not. We get 910, right?
No.
Yeah.
902. Sorry.
12 plus or minus. What is 144 minus 80? Look how cute that is.
64.
64. Isn't that a perfect square?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
And
cute.
square.
All right. Let's go ahead. What's the square root? Hey, what's the square root of 64? 8. 12 plus or minus 8 over 2. I'm going to kind of scoot right here. 12 plus 8 over 2 and 12 minus 8 over 2. Get your math right now. Let me scoot this up. My fault. Sorry. Now remember, we did the X method and we got, well, no, guys, come on. What's 12 plus 8?
20 to
What's
10.
10? What's the other one?
It's
12
2.
minus
2.
it. It's 2.
Gee, that's easy.
Huh. Is it?
No.
Is there more?
No.
Well, looks like it's time to go.
Good lesson today.
No, you're actually going to do one by yourself while I have my meeting.
No way.
Yes, way. I know. It's okay. Here's that. I want you to do this one. You have to use the quadratic formula. I'm telling you it won't work, okay? If it helps, I would Write the formula down. 2x squared plus 9x equals 18. I will start this one with you. You need to move this 18 set equal to 0. 2x squared plus 9x minus 18 equals 0. A is 2, B is 9, C is negative 18. Your formula, negative B plus or minus the square root B squared minus 4AC over 2A. Please remember, I would circle this part here to keep it all together, cute and everything.
So cute.
Now, today is Tuesday. You have homework on just completing the square, okay? I'm thinking out loud because I'm going to change it because I'm going to be out and it'll be easier for me to grade. Okay, so your homework is going to be IXL. Yes. 60%. This is on completing the square. Please listen as I am writing this down. I did these this morning. There's no tricks. It's almost exactly like the problems we did. In fact, some of them I copied from IXL. Okay?
Wow.
If you get too stressed, please understand I never want this to stress you out. Email me. Some of you have done it before. You know I'm good for it. Okay? Tomorrow in class, you're going to be doing a basic worksheet on quadratic formula. Okay? Now I'm going to take 60 seconds and start this problem.
Is that on ISM or LMS?
It will be. I'm actually changing it. So if you give me till next class. So I am going to do this one. So we have negative b is negative 9 plus or minus. 9 squared is 81 minus 4 times 2 times negative 18. That's all weird, but if you do it my way, it is easy. I'm going to circle this stuff right here, and I'm going to put it in my calculator. 4 times 2 times negative 18, and I get negative 144. Negative 9 plus or minus 81 minus negative 144. 2 times 2 is what? 4. Negative 9 plus or minus. 81 minus negative is just a double negative, so you're adding, and you get 225. Hopefully you're noticing something. Is that another perfect square? Yes. What is the square root of 225? 15 over 4. So your answers, negative 9 plus 15 over 4 and negative 9 minus 15 over 4. Who's got them? You get 6 over 4, which is what? 3 halves. And you should get 6, right? Negative 6? Negative 9 minus 15 is negative 24 over 4, which is negative 6.
Unfortunately, we're done. Sorry.
Okay.
Would love to stay and chat about some more math, but